Hi everybody, I'm Tony Yee at Show IP Interface Brief, and today I'm back in the saddle, everybody. Today starts my day number 32 of my 100 days of labbing. So if anyone's been following closely, you'll notice I skipped about 5 or 6 or 7 days, and that's true. I worked on something else for the past few days, and it was a lot of fun. If anyone's been following closely, over the weekend I published my video documentation of how to run EVE-NG in the cloud, or how to stand it up in the cloud, rather. And then tonight, I just threw out a bonus video of something that I solved tonight, which was importing your labs from your existing EVE-NG into the cloud. There was a missing package. I don't know how it got omitted or anything, but apparently it did, and it did for me because I've done it a bunch of times and had this issue for a while. So I haven't been doing labs lately for about 6 days, and I've started labbing tonight, and you know what? I can feel it. I am getting tripped up on some fundamentals. I'm getting tripped up on basics again, and I'm not back at square one, but it is 2 steps back for me. And that's okay, because I enjoy the journey. I love this journey. I love what we're doing here. And so I don't mind having to go back and work a little bit harder to pick up the pace. And especially since what I spent my time on over the past couple of days, or 6 days, was was trying to teach myself a little bit about Google Cloud, which is not something that I've done before. I don't typically work in the cloud space. Comfortable with the basics of VMware and ESXi and stuff like that. I'm not a vSphere administrator or anything like that. But it was cool being able to take the little bit of rudimentary knowledge I have about VMware and localized virtualization and move it over to the cloud. Was interesting, and I had done it a bunch of times, and actually for the past week I've recorded that video 5 times, and every time I had like a hardware or software problem in the video that screwed up. So that's why I kept recording it over and over and over, and that's why I learned so much about the environment and the ins and outs of it. So it was a good experience. But now that it's over with, I don't want to have to do it again, just because I really want to get back on track with labbing. So here we are, day 32. Actually, I want to share my tracker, my spreadsheet. This is my spreadsheet here. So total, I've spent 111 hours studying over 32 days. And this is my current, these are the blackout days, the days that I did not spend labbing. So I went all the way from day 31 down to day 32. I lost a lot of time. And I recognize that. And now that that time is gone and behind me, I don't want to lose that much time again. If something comes up, if a project comes up, I mean, that's part of this journey, this CCIE journey. If you're fortunate enough to really dedicate the time, like I started this 100 days of labbing journey, if you're fortunate enough to dedicate 100 straight days to it and just bang them out and then hopefully be successful at the end, then that is really awesome. I think you would be certainly in the minority of people who can do that. For me, sometimes work comes up, sometimes family comes up, and it's all part of studying trying to achieve CCIE, is being able to prioritize and adapt, and that's what I had to do. I tried to look downrange a little bit at what I want to do with my studies over the next couple of months, and realized that I needed a larger environment. So that's why I shifted my focus from my local ESXi VM over to the cloud and sought out that solution. And I'm hoping that it pays off. So I don't want to spend too much more time tuning with it. I really need to focus on the Cisco technologies here. So tonight I stood up a basic lab. I have a whole bunch of console screens open. Actually, I was using my local EVE-NG here because I have a topology that I like to use. This is a topology that I created here on the screen. I've shared it a couple of times before. I believe it's in the Dropbox linked in the description below. I just kind of whipped up a little topology for myself, and topics and things that I work on. I have them here on the whiteboard, and I was really struggling. In fact, I got myself caught up on something very basic: OSPF timers. OSPF timers, OSPF timers. Oh my God, I can't believe I tripped up on OSPF timers, but I did. And that's what sort of being out of the groove will do. It will make you sort of forget the simple things and skip over the foundations. And guys, that's what I've been drilling since the beginning. That's the whole reason we started this journey, was foundations, foundations, foundations. You have to know the foundations. Once you know the foundations, everything else is just icing on the cake. And you can't forget them. That's one of the most important things. If you have a strong foundation, you can build on top of it. So I had forgotten a couple of foundational elements, and it showed tonight. It really showed I was really out of practice. And unfortunately, I don't get a lot of this kind of work, a lot of this practice, a lot of practical hands-on at work very much anymore. So this is my time to do it, and I really want to spend the rest of my time maximizing my study time. So I'm going to be trying to keep these vlogs brief. I really wish I could turn them into more instructional, to be able to share with the community so everyone can lab along with me and know exactly what I'm doing. But frankly, it takes a lot of time to be able to do that, and I don't want it to disrupt my journey. So I promise that when this is all over, and hopefully I can get my numbers, whether it's on my first attempt or second attempt or third attempt, after I get my numbers, I want to be able to give back. So for anyone who's labbing along with me, I hope my motivation is enough. And I hope that you can develop your own labs and lean on the work of others. There was a great resource shared today in the Landtamers Discord from the Cisco Learning Network. There's a big, let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can log out. What's my name here? This topology, oh man, look at this. This was shared from the Cisco Learning Network. It was shared in the Discord today. This looks like a killer lab. I'm drooling to start this, but I know that I'm not quite ready for it. It's just not in my schedule yet, but I definitely want to put this on the schedule. This, I believe, is an all BGP lab. I mean, just look at it. It's brilliant. This came from Cisco Learning Network. So there's a lot of great resources out there, and I'm sorry I'm not sharing enough of my own work with the community, but I definitely want to be able to share things like this with everyone to lab along with me. But for right now, I need to focus on me and make sure I'm successful. So that's it, guys. I really appreciate everyone following along and helping me and motivating me in my journey. I am going to keep up the pace. I need to keep moving and make sure that my studies are focused number one. I make sure I'm focusing on that as a priority and not this. So I'm going to be keeping things brief, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have a more successful day. I will drill the fundamentals more, work another topology, and get it. I'm going to get it. It's about 12:30 a.m. now, so I'm going to get to bed. I have a busy work day all week this week. Wife is out of town, so I'm doing daddy and mommy duty, and it's exhausting. So I'm going to get to bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow with some more labs. If anyone has lab topology ideas, things to work on, stuff like that, share them. Reach me on Twitter. I have a folder where I just collect these items. So one day when I run out of a lab, or if I don't want to build my own, I can pluck from one of these. I did Nick Russo's OSPF topology a couple of weeks ago. That was another killer topology, really awesome. I recommend everyone go grab that if you can. It's all over the internet, so you can just grab it. And hopefully one day I'll start on this BGP one. So if anyone got other topologies that we can all work together on and grow, I'd love to. So share them, throw them over my way. All right, thanks. See ya.